Yes, hello.
Hello, my name is Ryan. I am a developer for Lou at Evosus. Today, I am actually going to be talking about spreadsheet imports and how we utilize them to get the information from your existing company information into Lou. So to do that, we actually have a management area. To get to this management area, you can go ahead and click on the operations tile from the user dashboard, or from the left-hand navigation, there is an operations option near the bottom of the list. I'm going to go ahead and click on the tile. Once you arrive at this menu, you'll see a couple other sections that you can go ahead and manage things in. The one we're going to focus on is import data. So go ahead and click import data. I've already gone ahead and set up some existing spreadsheet imports for this demo. However, when you come in here, you can go ahead and click the create button. What this will do is pop up a modal for a new Excel import, and you can actually select the different types that we offer in Lou. The only option that isn't available to us during this demo is the SKU beginning balances. This is only available during the go live process. It's basically where you would upload all your inventory valuation information before going live in Lou. The other four, however, are available at any time during the process. We have customers, we have vendors, we have SKUs, and SKU update as options. Since I've already gone ahead and done this, I won't go ahead and show that off, but I will show you what a template looks like. And if you need to get a template to actually basically set up all your information from one import to another, and basically get all the information in the way that we would actually prefer it, you come over here and click template, and another modal pops up. It says spreadsheet templates, and we have a couple options. Basically your type, which is anything that we offer as an import, and a file type, which is currently XLSX at the moment. An existing example that I already have downloaded is the SKU import template. You can see that it has all the columns that we would like you to fill out, and some are required, some are actually optional, and that's when the exceptions come into play, which I'll talk to in just a little bit. We do have predefined fields, so you can see that we're on the SKU type, and the SKU type actually has a list of selected options that we would prefer you to use when importing into Lou, mainly to keep your data correct, because if we can help you get it in a format that we expect, then that means everything should go seamless. So let me go back over to Lou. And what I'm going to do is show you how to separate an exception list. Say you don't want to fix it right now. You're going to come back to it a little bit later and fix it then. So what you'll see is we have some information for this import. There's a type. This is a vendors type. There's a name. So it's an intro demo dash vendors. The date it was actually uploaded, the time it was uploaded, and by whom it was uploaded. There's a couple other pieces of information. There's a number of rows for this import, a number of exceptions, which you can click on. There's a status and an expiration date. In Lou, we actually hold your imports for a period of 3 months. After that, they get deleted, pretty much because they've already been imported or they've just been hanging out in the database. So you have a couple options for each one of these imports. There's a actions menu. All of our imports will have these actions. You can click on view exceptions. You can move exceptions to separate upload, or you could view details. Outside of the actions menu, we have a quick action, which is just a delete button for this particular import. You can see we have some completed imports, which show the rollback option. So I'm going to keep talking to the move to a separate upload option. So we're going to go ahead and click this. What just happened was that we created basically a new import, and this one has 49 rows, and we create an exceptions list import. So now you basically have two separate lists. At any time you can come back and fix the list with the two exceptions. This will allow you to basically go ahead and import what you have, and then you can come back later and resolve what you need to later. So if I go ahead and click the actions menu, you'll now see that we have lost the ability to move to separate upload because there is no more exceptions in this list. So what we do have is the import option in the view details. If I go ahead and click view details, you'll see that this is what we got from my Excel sheet that I had set up earlier. There's a name, there's a vendor type, and then, you know, some address information and some other specific information about this vendor. You can go ahead and edit this. I have no selected options, but if I select one and hit edit, you can see that it gives you a modal where you can edit this individual line item on the import. I'm going to go ahead and leave that and then hit back. And then I'm going to go ahead and click import. So at this point, it will prompt me with the message. It's going to go ahead and proceeding will copy over your imported spreadsheet data. Please check to make sure that your data is correct format before you proceed. So I'll go ahead and hit that import button. And what you just seen is now I've gotten a status message. My import is completed and my vendors are now inside our database. It was that easy. Now let's say for whatever reason that was the wrong import. You know, that happens sometimes. You know, you got one Excel sheet over here with the same name. It's got a number that's making it newer or older. So, you know, it happens. So I don't want those vendors. I'm going to go ahead and roll them back. What this is going to do is prompt me with another modal. It's going to say, hey, you want to confirm to roll this back? And I'm going to hit yes. Now, what's really important about this is that it is going through and deleting all the records that were imported. However, if any of those records have been placed on, say, a sales order or a purchase order or a work order, or they've been invoiced to a customer, if there's any part of that data that has been attached to a live transaction, it will not get removed. This ensures that your existing data will stay correct, at the same time removing anything that you didn't want. So that's pretty much the main options, the three main options: your view exceptions, move exceptions to separate upload, view details, and rollback. If you decide that you want to fix, or you just don't want to fix, you know, here's that exceptions list that we had moved earlier. Say we don't want to fix it, it was just garbage data. We can go ahead and hit the delete button. That will just go ahead and remove that import from our upload list, and it's gone forever. So at that point, we're just keeping a clean list, and we don't have to worry about it anymore. So something specific to customers, the customer type import, is that you notice we have this little yellow duplicates check here. When importing customers, we have a different process. We know it can be kind of annoying when you have 5 of the same customer, but you know, maybe the address is a little different or something like that. So we prompt you with a message on a point match system. When you see that duplicates check flag there, you can go ahead and view the duplicates. And you have the option to basically fix the duplicate. So let me go ahead and click that. This is a customer duplicate match. If there was more than one, you would actually see multiple in this list. And what we do is we actually base it on a point system. You can go ahead and click that match points. It will show you exactly what is duplicate for this list by using a check mark. I actually went ahead and imported this exact customer earlier just to show this feature off. So you can clearly see that it does work, and the more points you have, the more possible possibilities that it is the exact same address and the exact same customer, and you may either choose to keep the new customer item, or you can delete the new customer item from your import. So I'll go ahead and do that. As you can see, it's removed it from our list, and I'll click back. And now you see that our customers to import is now 9 rows instead of 10, and our duplicate flag has removed itself. Now it's ready to import. I can go ahead and import that, or I could view the details. I'll view the details. You can see that this search screen is a little different from vendors. It has slightly less columns. So in order to get the information all right there in front of you, we kind of changed it up a little bit. You can see that we have an exception. You can see that we can edit this exception. I'm just going to delete it because I don't want to deal with that right now. You can see different information about these customers right at a glance. This is a residential. This is actually coming from my import. I probably should have had that as a commercial. So let me go ahead and fix that. And I'll save it. And now you can see that I go back to my import page, and I still have all my imports ready to go. So last part I want to talk about, well, not the last part, but close to the last part, is the way we can fix exceptions. Say you don't want to, you're done with your spreadsheet, you're tired of working in Excel, and you just want to fix these right now and move on with your day. You can go ahead and do that. You can either click the number of exceptions, which will bring you to the records with errors. So each one of these is a line item that has an exception. Or you can click the view exceptions option in our actions menu. So I'll go ahead and click that one. You can see that this first one up here, it says SKU type. This SKU type does not match a valid SKU type, which means we don't have a SKU type for that option inside Loo. So you're gonna have to basically fix that. So you click on the update option. If you look at the available fields here, you'll see that we do have some drop downs. We have validation on each one of these fields. And there's quite a few of them. You can, of course, delete it, cancel this update, or save it. I'm gonna go ahead and fix that one item by selecting the inventory SKU type. And then I'm going ahead and click save. Now you notice that it has removed itself from our list. If I come back to our main page, you'll see that the number of exceptions has gone down to 7. And I'm just going to go ahead and move those exceptions to a separate upload, and then go ahead and import them. You can see that we have an estimated start time, which is later today. And then another estimated start time. By estimated start time, we actually prefer that certain things, if it's 50,000 records, we try to keep performance high. So we have blockers in there that will throw your import on a queue. You'll still get a status message via email. Basically, when the status changes to queue or completed or has errors, we do send out a status email for that. But you can see that it has processed right now. It did notice that I had some items. It was 4 o'clock, and it had to check to see if we had maintenance windows or the number of rows before it actually allowed me to import. And we do that to basically provide you guys with the best performance. The higher the records, it might cause a client effect. So we like to just keep those during less peak hours of operation. The actual number for that is, by the way, 5,001. If your import is over 5,001, you can expect it to be in queue to run after 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The last type I actually haven't talked to yet, and I'm just going to go ahead and go over that, is the SKU update. What the SKU update is say I want to come over here to my operations tile again, and I have some SKUs that have changed, and I want to be able to basically update a couple key fields on those SKUs without having to sit there and do it through, the manual every item update. So we do provide a way to do that. You can come into the inventory tile off of your operations. So let me just show you that again. I went to the operations menu from our user dashboard and I clicked inventory. You see a SKU mass update tile. And what this guy is going to do is give us a page. It provides some information about what this can be, or what you can actually edit during this process. And what this will do is I will download, you can download basically a SKU category. You can give the category or give your export a name. And then when you download this, it's going to create an Excel export with all of your SKUs that are inside that category. This way you can do, just like a normal update through all your Excel exports. You can sit there and change the entire category, all the SKUs, say something changed with those SKUs for that specific category, and you can go ahead and fix that information really quickly through Excel. And then you can go ahead and upload that information back using the SKU update. And this will basically go in and find your existing SKUs. So this is kind of different than the normal SKU update, but it will go and find your existing SKUs and update them according to what that Excel import has on it. So it also contains, the same exceptions list type of information and the same process to resolve those. So yeah, I mean that's basically how we get your existing data into Loo as seamlessly as possible. I just want to say thank you for viewing, and I hope you have a pleasant day.
Yes, hello.